Namaste everyone. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you how to remove any doubts, any fears, any anxiety that you have that's stopping you from living your life to your fullest capacity, that's stopping you from manifesting anything you want in your life. My name is Priya. I'm very passionate about sharing positivity and empowering everyone to live their life to their fullest capacity. We're all divine beings. We have the capability of creating our life to the way we want it. We are creators. So let's create something beautiful for us. So let's dive in. So a lot of us have been practicing manifestations, law of attractions, and wanting to manifest anything we want by spiritual practices or putting things in action, finding our purpose, but we still sometimes lack actually getting what we want. And then when we look at it, it's most of the time it's for those people who are not able to step out of their comfort zone because out of fear, or they have anxiety over trying something new, or they have some doubts or fears about what they are or how they are, who they are. So it's something that you need to really reflect on, tune into yourself and be aware of it. So first thing is being aware. The minute you are aware that this is happening, that let's say you're afraid of public speaking. So the minute you're aware of that you're scared of public speaking, already the strength of that fear kind of disappears because you're like, yeah, I know I'm scared. The minute you say that, and then you say, but I'm going to do it anyway. The minute you say, I'm going to do it anyway, is actually very empowering. Actually, you should try this right now. Think of something that you are afraid of doing and tell yourself, yes, I am afraid of this and I know this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Just say that and see how you feel about it. Do you feel empowered? Do you feel more confident? So the minute you acknowledge it and you say, you know what, I'm going to take that leap, I'm going to get out of my comfort zone and do it, you already feel better about it. So usually we have this, our voices, the little voices you call it. Most people call it little voices, or you can label it whatever you want. But that little voice is there to protect us. Okay, so and you would learn this from so many sources out there that we used to be hunters, right? So when you're hunting, you're like actually running, or you're fighting, and or to save yourself as well, because the animals are trying to hunt you as well. So it's either flight or fight. You would have heard that saying all the time. So if our voices are there to kind of protect us, it kind of makes sense at that time when we actually need it, when you actually have seen a tiger or a lion and you actually need to make an action of running or fighting it. So that makes sense. But right now we're comfortably sitting in our own home, but we're in our thoughts, we still have the same fear. Our body seriously reacts exactly how, like if we have seen a tiger or a lion in our house. And your heart rate starts going higher. You start palpitating. It's like you feel the sweats. It's actually happening for real. So why do we feel that? Because it's our inner the voice, the little voice is actually telling us that we should be protecting ourselves because there's something happening. It doesn't know that we're actually safe. So what we need to do, we need to acknowledge the fear. We need to acknowledge that little voice. Don't ignore it, because if you ignore it, it will actually get louder. So what you need to do is acknowledge it. So I like the way Master Shri told me, and my life coach also told me this. Look at the inner voice and look at the little voice and be like, yes, thank you, hello. Acknowledge us. Do some salutations if you need to, and be like, thank you for trying to protect me. But I got this. So when you say I got this, you're actually more in control, and you put that little voice to the back seat. Otherwise, the little voice is going to try to come and sit at your steering wheel and trying to steer you away to a different direction, and you don't want that. And you have to know you can't not get rid of that little voice permanently or completely. That's not possible. It's always going to be there, and it's actually a good thing because it wants to protect us. And sometimes we do encounter something where we need something like that to tell us, hey, you got to start running, or you got to start fighting, whatever it is. You need that little voice to tell you that, but you don't need that in your daily life. But most of us live in fear in our daily life. We struggle in our daily life. So we need to learn to quiet that little voice, tell them it's okay, I got this, and tell it to sit at the back seat and keep it at the back seat. The more you practice, the better you'll get. So being aware of your fears, of knowing that, and acknowledging it, that, I am afraid of this, but I am going to do it anyway. And you start doing it, you'll feel empowered, and you'll actually start manifesting more things because you're putting action, not just in your thought form, but physically you're putting action to get what you want as well. So it's very important to practice this, working with your fear as well. Most of us store these emotions. If you think about it, probably only 10% of these emotions we have stored in us is something that actually happened. All the other things are something that we're anticipating that it will happen. Probably 90% of it won't happen at all, but we actually go through the cycle of having anxiety over this, and having self-talks about this, and then not taking actions because we're afraid of it. So 90% of it is just our reflection on how things will happen, or how things might happen, or from a past experience, which might not work the same way now, because you are not the same person you used to be like 20 years ago. Your experience have changed to who you are. So basically, all the fears and all the anxiety, all the emotions you're holding or storing, you got to allow it to, you got to release it, because otherwise every time you encounter something similar, that little voice is going to come more often, because it has that experience of you reacting the way you do when you encounter something. So also learning to put that in the back, little voice in the back seat, is as much as it's important. You also need to learn to work with all these stored old energies. You have to allow it to let go. You have to be ready to let go, and stop holding on to it, because ask yourself if it's serving you. If it's not serving you in good, then it's not something that you should be holding on to. If it's not serving you something good, allow it to let go. Do affirmations. Positive affirmations actually is very helpful. I used to think of affirmations as like, okay, like what's the point on saying, okay, I am powerful, I am this, I am that. But actually, when you look at yourself in the mirror and you say these things out loud on a continuous basis, on a daily basis, you actually start feeling it and believing it. And so affirmations actually help you accomplish what you want in your life, because you get more confident. So the minute you acknowledge your fears and your doubts and all that, the minute you acknowledge it and you say, I'm going to do it anyway, and then do your affirmations continuously, you'll actually see this changes happening. Your state of mind changes, and you will actually start feeling better. So if let's say public speaking is your fear, then you say, you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. And then before you do your speeches, you stand in front of the mirror and, do your affirmations and stand straight and stand strong, or do your Superman pose. Do whatever you need to do to feel yourself, make yourself feel good. And then also practice, because not everyone is just born just being able to speak. Even all the public speakers out there, most of them still have fear, but they still do it anyway. And because they keep doing it, they're able to just be like, okay, they're able to shut their fear down and be like, I'm going to go on stage right now, and they can do it. So no one actually, even the people who do skydiving, a lot of people have fear of it, but the people who does it doesn't mean they don't have any fear. They're able to change their fear into something else. And that's actually an important point that reminded me. When you change your emotions or state of mind or your environment, then you can actually change the state of mind from that fear to something else. So let's say you're afraid of something. Let's go back to the public speaking example. When you have fear, change that to a different emotion, because we always attach to fear, then you don't want to go towards that. But if you change it to excitement, or if you change it to something positive like that, then it actually helps you move forward and take that first step. So most of the public speakers who are afraid of speaking, they change themselves to the fear to excitement when they go on the stage, and they look so hyped, and they're like all ready, and they were like born to do this, but they're actually scared inside. They were scared inside right before they stepped on the stage. So try these things out. And even the example I gave you about skydiving, not that it's not for everyone, but I'm telling you, if you want to do something and you're afraid of it, then get out of your comfort zone and do it anyway. So if skydiving is one of your bucket lists, this and you want to do it, those people still are afraid of doing it, but they still do it because it gives them some sort of excitement and a sense of accomplishment or happiness at the end of doing it anyway. So it's okay to be afraid of something. Our bodies are wired that way, our brain is wired that way, but just do it anyway when it's safe to do so. When it's time to fight or run away, you have to run away. But what I'm saying is, it's all the things that are stopping you from moving forward in your life. Those things you need to work on. So hope this video was helpful for you. This topic is very huge, so I can keep talking about this, but I wanted to create short videos for you, so you can be more interested and do your own research and do some testing and come back and try new things as well. If you like this video, please click the like button and share this video with your family and friends as well. Let everyone get to know all the information out there. And also, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and click the notification button, as I'm very, very determined to create more videos, weekly videos, to empower you to live your life to your fullest capacity. We're all divine beings. We are creators. Let's create our life to a beautiful way, in the most beautiful ways possible together. Okay, until then, namaste. Thank you.